For Trump. Welcome to FoxPolitical, your trusted source for daily news and analysis.
We need a military operation. These people have become military. They're very rich. They have a lot of money.
Today, we tackle one of the most pressing questions in international politics and law enforcement. Trump versus Mexican cartels, who will win? This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. Former President Donald Trump has vowed to take a hardline approach to dismantling cartel operations if he returns to the White House in 2025. But how realistic is this promise? What strategies might Trump employ, and how will the cartels respond? We're diving deep into Trump's proposed policies, the current state of the cartel crisis, and the possible outcomes of this high-stakes confrontation. Buckle up, and don't forget to like and subscribe to stay informed on the stories that shape our world.
Safety of our country. We have seen the Mexican cartel, and we have seen smugglers.
The rise of Mexican cartels, a brief overview. Mexican cartels have been a dominant force in global drug trafficking for decades. Organizations like the Sinaloa Cartel, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, and others have amassed vast power, wealth, and influence. Cartels aren't just about drugs anymore. They've diversified into human trafficking, extortion, arms smuggling, creating an international network of crime that reaches deep into the United States. The question isn't just whether they can be stopped, but how and what cost. Trump's war on cartels, what he's promising. Donald Trump has never been shy about making bold statements, and his plans to combat Mexican cartels are no exception. During his recent speeches and interviews, Trump laid out a multi-pronged strategy to take down the cartels once and for all. Additionally, Trump has suggested deploying U.S. Special Forces to target cartel leaders directly. He's also promised to build stronger alliances with Mexican authorities, though this has proven difficult in the past due to corruption and mistrust. But perhaps the most controversial aspect of Trump's plan is his willingness to use military force inside Mexico. Critics argue this would violate international law and potentially spark a diplomatic crisis. Trump, however, insists it's necessary to protect American lives. The cartels' countermeasures a ruthless response. If Trump follows through on his plans, the cartels won't sit idly by. These organizations are highly adaptable, with the resources and networks to retaliate in various ways. Second, cartels might exploit corruption within Mexican institutions to counter U.S. efforts. Bribery and intimidation are standard tactics for these groups, and have historically been effective at neutralizing government actions. Finally, the cartels could shift their operations underground using advanced technologies like encrypted communication and drones to evade detection. They've proven time and again that they can adapt to changing circumstances, making them a formidable opponent. The role of Mexico, an unpredictable ally. One of the biggest challenges in Trump's plan is securing Mexico's cooperation. While Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has taken some steps to combat cartels, his administration's hugs, not bullets approach has been widely criticized as ineffective. Still, corruption within Mexican law enforcement and political institutions remains a major obstacle.
Mexico's military is now the largest and most powerful it's ever been.
Without addressing these systemic issues, any attempt to dismantle the cartels is likely to face significant setbacks. The fentanyl crisis, a catalyst for action. The fentanyl epidemic has brought the U.S.-Mexico cartel crisis to a boiling point. Fentanyl, a synthetic opioid 50 times stronger than heroin, has become the leading cause of drug overdose deaths in the United States. The fentanyl crisis has galvanized public support for stronger action against cartels. For Trump, this issue provides a powerful rallying cry and a justification for his aggressive policies. However, tackling the problem will require a coordinated effort that extends beyond military force. Could military action work? The pros and cons. Trump's proposal to use military force against cartels is controversial, but could it work? On one hand, targeted strikes could disrupt cartel leadership and dismantle key operations. On the other hand, such actions risk escalating violence and damaging U.S.-Mexico relations. Proponents argue that military intervention is necessary to combat a threat of this magnitude. Critics, however, warn that it could lead to unintended consequences, including civilian casualties and retaliatory attacks. Historical examples, such as Colombia's war against the Medellin and Cali cartels, show that military action can weaken criminal organizations but often fails to address the root causes of the problem. A comprehensive approach that includes law enforcement, economic development, and drug prevention programs is likely to be more effective. Public opinion, divided but energized. Trump's hardline stance on cartels has divided public opinion. Supporters see it as a bold and necessary step to protect American lives, while opponents view it as reckless and potentially counterproductive. Polling data suggests that a majority of Americans support stronger measures to combat cartels, but opinions vary on the use of military force. For Trump, this issue could become a defining element of his 2024 campaign. energizing his base while sparking fierce debates among voters. The bigger picture: what's at stake? The battle against Mexican cartels is about more than just drugs and violence. It's a fight for national security, public health, and the rule of law. For Trump, taking on the cartels represents an opportunity to demonstrate his leadership and commitment to protecting American interests. For the US and Mexico, it's a chance to address a crisis that has claimed countless lives and destabilized entire communities. But the stakes are incredibly high. Success will require not only bold action, but also careful planning, international cooperation, and a long-term commitment to addressing the underlying issues driving the cartel crisis. Trump versus Mexican cartels. Who will win? The answer isn't simple. While Trump's proposed policies are ambitious and confrontational, the cartels have proven themselves to be resilient and resourceful. What's clear is that the stakes couldn't be higher. The outcome of this battle will shape the future of US-Mexico relations, the fentanyl crisis, and the broader fight against organized crime. What do you think? Can Trump's approach succeed, or will the cartels prove too powerful to defeat? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Fox Political for more in-depth coverage of the stories that matter most.